Hey guys, Wildbow Gaming here, and today we're going to be talking about Call of Duty Black Ops 3 on PC. Obviously this game just came out a few days ago. I've been putting in a few hours. I got about 20 hours played, so I can just try to get a good feel of the game, get a good review for y'all. I hope you enjoy this. We're going to be playing some campaign and multiplayer today. Haven't played any of the Call of Duty series since Modern Warfare 2, unless I was playing zombies with my wife on World at War. That's probably the one that I played the most, because I just enjoy playing the zombies, so I'm going to be interested in playing some of that. Hopefully get some reviews back on that for y'all. But we're just going to be going over multiplayer and the campaign. So here you see we're starting the campaign. We got Mr. Maloney. Most of y'all might recognize him. They did a pretty good job of depicting him. They actually have some other people too from other TV series that they've picked. Call of Duty's been doing this for a long time. It recruits people, gets them to come play the game. The game looks beautiful in the campaign. Campaigns are always intriguing. They have a super in-depth story. It brings people to play them, makes them super involved in it, just want to know what's going to happen next. Makes people just play them out pretty fast usually, and it's usually a lot of fun. Problems though, PCs are having a lot of lagging issues, stuttering issues with this. I wonder if it's an operating system, computer actual setup, via monitor, GPU, CPU. I had a lot of problems when Battlefield 4 came out. I was running an AMD processor on Windows 10. I had to unpark a lot of cores. I had my computer with Windows 10. I got an i7 4790K now. It kept stuttering and spiking on the processor. I had to go back to Windows 7. I haven't had any problems with this game for the most part. I stay at 60 frames even recording. But I am running at about 70%, 70 or 80% on my 1080p. I know Treyarch was supposed to have a actual dedicated PC team for this, but it's unsure if they actually fixed anything. It's kind of actually depressing a little bit that this wasn't fixed. I mean, it's 2015, probably should have this. So moving right along, we're going to go right into just nostalgia. Playing Nuketown. Haven't played this since Modern Warfare 2. It's been some time. I enjoyed that, had a lot of fun when I used to play that. Like I said, I moved to a different series, had more fun with this. Map is beautiful. Maps in this whole game are very beautiful. There's a lot to them. They play in mainly a 3-lane series where you got mainly a middle dominant lane and then side lanes. This one sort of has that, sort of doesn't. It just depends on how you play it. I like to play the flanks on it. Playing the vehicles, mainly the cars on the side. Have a lot of fun with that. No sides on the map seem better than the other, so you don't have normally a clear distinct advantage if you spawn on one side or the other. The maps keep people moving, I believe, and contribute that something also to the spawn system and just how the game plays, because it's like an arena shooter where you're just consistently moving, because if you don't, the spawn system, you'll get shot in the back. I do believe there are some problems with that though too. Countless times I've spawned right in the middle of just combat with people on both sides of me, where you're just going on that epic kill streak and somebody just spawns right behind you and shoots you. It's kind of frustrating. It's part of the game, I know, so I'm not sure if they could tweak that or do anything with it, but it's just a simple frustration. So the next thing is weapon balance. I feel like most of the weapons in the game are balanced. There's not any weapon that stands out among others that we just say, wow, this is the god gun, it's the best weapon in the game. I feel you can pretty much make any of the weapons characterized towards your gameplay, how you just like to play any kind of map in the situation you're in. All the weapons have a super high rate of fire though, so normally it can make up for distance, damage drop off, etc. You can customize your weapon to give you super good accuracy, which is super helpful in any situation, especially the movement system in this game. You've got to be super accurate when you're doing anything. So I'm not saying that there's any god gun, I'll say that again, but the weapons are very, very similar in my opinion, so there's nothing that stands out that designates if you really should use one weapon or another in a certain situation, i.e. close quarters to long range. Some are obviously going to be better. The shotguns have no distance, so maybe 25, 30 meters. You don't even get hit registration, but granted, a submachine gun and an assault rifle on most of these close team deathmatch maps, I don't really see too much or enough of a difference to always be changing your weapons unless you're just trying to level up certain weapons. Movement in this game. So the movement's pretty chaotic. I'm not going to say it's not a smooth system. They've pretty much mastered it. This is the first Call of Duty that I've played that has this movement system in it. It's pretty neat to run along walls. As you see in most of my content though, I don't really do it a lot. I'm not used to it. I haven't been used to doing that in any kind of gameplay, maybe except for like Halo, doing the Halo jumps way back in the day on Xbox. But it's a neat and interesting system, but it also can be super frustrating because when you're playing games, when you're predicting people for coming down lanes or whatever they're doing, you can't predict what they're actually going to do. So it kind of makes it very enticing gameplay, and like I said, sporadic gameplay. It can be fun, but it also can just make you want to pick your computer up or your console and just throw it across the room because someone jumped and you never even saw them in front of you, or they jumped around the map, which happens in Nuketown and some other maps. You're able to jump out of the map and come back in it, which I know they're trying to make just a free flying map where you can jump out, go around, you're not getting stuck on too many objects. But doing this at times, like I said, it just makes you really angry, and it's just a cheap kill sometimes. Next thing we're going to talk about is input lag on the mouse. A lot of times I feel like my mouse is floating. My aiming is way off. I have my mouse set up to where 11.5 inches. I do a full 360 and hip fire. That's how I have it set up for all my PC games. So I stay pretty accurate across all boards of games. But in this one, it constantly seems like it changes, or I just miss completely because my mouse doesn't move or react fast enough. There's just some super delay, and I don't understand how a game of this caliber should have that so far in PC. Just kind of makes me angry. Next thing we're going to talk about is time to kill. Time to kill is super fast in this game. That coupled with the flinch mechanism that's in PC, you just get shot and immediately you look at the ground or some other way. You can't cope from that. So a less than second time to kill, and that it kind of takes away from the skill of the game, and the game is just losing its skill gap. We're good players who actually were great at accuracy, shooting well, just controlling their weapon, used to dominate people because they practice and actually could be very successful based on that. I know the game, they're trying to get more people to play it and make it more user-friendly for multiple people, but in a sense, they're running off people. I mean, you can look at sales and realize that they've dropped drastically, somewhere around like 49% or something. But hey, we're going to save that for a different day. Joe comes around the corner, I come around the corner, he's got an SMG. He just lucks out and hits me first because it was just a wild shot. I flinch, I'm not on a console, so I do not have the auto aim where it just dials in on the dome piece and all you got to do is pull that trigger or press that button. I actually still have to acquire him and aim. We were hoping that they would fix this from the beta. It appears that they haven't. That coupled with the fast time to kill, it pretty much just puts me at I'm gonna die. The time to kill in this game is less than 1 second. The rate of fire with these weapons is so fast and the damage on them is super high. It doesn't give people a chance on PC to take out anybody once normally they're taking rounds. You have a pretty good percentage that you're normally going to die, especially in any CQB kind of fight. So we talked about time to kill. We can talk about the netcode a little bit. I still don't understand why Activision isn't using 100% dedicated servers. I'm getting host migration all the time. Obviously with a netcode, I'm dying behind corners a lot, which that just angers me even more. I had to deal with this in Battlefield, but DICE came up and they've been working on this problem as much as they can. DICE LA has done major fixes for us. Treyarch, like I said, was supposed to have a PC team that hopefully was fixing this, but I don't know if this is something they can fix because we're still running on the ID Tech engine or IW engine or Quake engine, whatever you like to call it. I'm not saying this engine isn't a great engine. They've done a lot with it, but I feel that maybe it's time to start advancing and not just building something inside an engine, but actually building and creating a new engine that can handle what you throw at it. But other than that, guys, that's all I got for you. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you're having a great day. Like, comment down below. Tell me what you think about the video, if you liked it or didn't like it. And I'll see y'all in the next video.